Hello and welcome back to another Fall of Avalon video. Today we're going to be doing the big game hunting, which is also, it's not really big game because they're not animals, but they are notorious bad guys that we're going to hunt down and kill. And so if you want to do that, it's in the Southern Horns region of the map, the starting region basically. And you can start it down in the main castle area where you'll spend a lot of your time and meet a lot of your people. And so if you come in through the front gate, it's going to be over to the right here, and we're going to be talking to this guy whose name I believe is Killian, but it could be Silian. I don't know for sure. But when you first start talking to him, obviously you'll have a big long conversation about how he was sent here from Camelot to, pay bounties for people that are taking out the bandits in the area to try to take care of the bandit problem. And you'll be able to start bringing him branded skin, which you can find on pretty much all of the bad guys scattered around the map. You know, the highwaymen, bandits, rogues, I don't know. There's all sorts of people. Dishonorable knights or whatever the heck they're called, and you'll basically pick that up on all of them, and you can bring it back to him and trade it for 10 gold. Now, it's not a lot of money, but it leads you to the hunting bigger game mission. So once you've done that a couple times, he'll bring up the fact that you're good at it and ask you if you want to go for bigger targets, and that's where we're going to be starting today.
Have you ever heard of Rusty Ardghal? A couple of months ago, he slaughtered some important red priests and their guards, so Camelot put a sizable bounty on his head. I'll mark on the map where Ardghal and his gang were last seen. I'm curious if you'll be able to handle him. I heard he's one tough son of a bitch.
And so we're going to be looking for Rusty Ardghal first, or Ardghal. And so on the map, he will be over here on the King's Road is what this thing's called. And so I already have the fast travel point unlocked, so I'll be able to fast travel right to it. But if not, you just leave the castle and head there along the road. And so for us, though, since we don't need to do that, we're just going to go right on in. And now it's probably smart to save and do all that sort of stuff beforehand because you're going to run into quite a few bad guys here, but we're just going to go in guns a-blazing.
What's that noise?
Ooh, there's quite a few of them here.
You're only making me angrier!
Quiet down, Rusty Ragdoll. Haha, we took him out already.
You made a big mistake. You're only making me angrier!
We did pretty good for that. All right, and so you can see where we are on the map. Like I said, pretty straightforward process, but now you just go back and start the next one. And you can see that the weapon that we can get our hands on after taking out Rusty Ardghal or Ardghal or however you pronounce his name is the bone club. So it's a heavy two-handed large bone club weapon. So if you want to get your hands on that unique weapon, it is through this mission and by killing Rusty Ardghal. And again, if you want to find that club after killing the bad guy for it, you will find it right here on what's called, I think, the King's Road, I think is what this is called. And like I said, here's your main castle, so that is how you get there. And so we've returned to the castle. So now we can go turn in some of these branded skins, get ourselves, I don't know, 40 gold, so not terrible there.
Great work! I've got another job for you. Fingerless Colm is wanted for killing 2 keepers. I'll show you on the map where he might be hiding.
So now we're going to go after Fingerless Colm, and this one is also not very far away, so you can see where we are at the castle. He is located right over here, so again, nice and close. So we're just going to fast travel to this point if you have it unlocked, otherwise just run straight down the road. And once you get here, we're going to be going around this wall and up towards this stairs over here. And there will be plenty of people to take out as you go up here, but he'll be at the end of the path.
We're not safe here. We're being watched.
You can see these ones are considerably more easy to take out than quite a few of the enemies that you'll encounter in this game, just because they are just the peasant variety.
Stay sharp.
Or I guess some of them are villagers. And so you'll find him down at the end of this path. Here he is right here, Fingerless Colm. It is important to remember that he is actually decent at fighting, and so either be good on the parry or make sure you wear heavy enough armor, or take him out with a bow.
Ugh, I'll make you pay for that! What a wimp! You survived that? a big mistake.
What a wimp!
Alright, and so killing him is going to be how you get your hands on the Widowmaker sword, which is that great big two-handed sword he was using. So again, here we are on the map. There's our main castle area. We're in the starting region. If you climb up these stairs and make your way across these ramparts way over to the end and kill this guy, whether you're doing it for the mission or not, because he should be here whether or not you've started the mission, you'll be able to get your hands on the Widowmaker sword. And so that is what it looks like in your inventory. It's a large two-handed sword, starts at 28 to 32 damage, is under the heavy class, and the special magical ability that it comes with is when you kill an enemy, your next hit will be critical. So that's nice when you're fighting multiple enemies at once. So that is how you find Fingerless Colm and how you get your hands on the Widowmaker. And so we're back at the castle yet again. Let's turn in our branded skins.
I'm impressed. Would you like to track down more vermin? Senan the giant robs travelers on the roads, and if he's not satisfied with the contents of their purses, he cracks their heads open. Here, I've marked where you can find him on the map.
Alright, so now we're going after Senan the giant. And now, don't worry, it's not actually a giant, he's just a rather large person. And him we'll find up here, so you can see, here's the castle. If you haven't unlocked the fast travel, you're going to be heading out the gate, coming up here, following along this road, and then heading straight up towards him here is probably the fastest way. Otherwise, if you've got the fast travel unlocked, you can fast travel straight to it. Word of warning, there are always going to be a number of highwaymen over here, so you have to be prepared to take care of them. And so when you spawn in, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of them. They're not ridiculously high level, and so they're relatively easy to take out. In fact, this is one of my favorite spots to come to grind for
We'll make short work of you.
weapons and armor to make money, and also XP for, you know, leveling yourself up. Just because they're relatively easy to take out, whether or not you want to use your sword or a bow like I am. There we go. And so once you've taken out the group of highwaymen standing here, you're going to want to turn and go down this hill, and you can see he'll be standing down here along with one of his, I guess, henchmen. And so I'm going to take the highwaymen out first. But he'll start running towards us, so we're going to want to make sure we... If you're... Ooh, boy, look at that sword he's using. Let's put some distance between him and us.
I'm not beaten yet.
The voice swapped out for a female one for some reason. That's interesting. There we go. Finally took out that idiot that he had with him.
That's
Ah!
all you got.
That was close. He almost killed us in one hit. And boom goes the dynamite. And so that is how you kill Senan the giant. Again, the location for where that is, you can see where we are. He is located right down here. So if you were just coming here to look for him without doing the mission so you could kill him and get your hands on his weapon, this is the location you would go to. Again, here's the castle. Follow the road up over to here. And that is how you get your hand on the giant's sword. And so this is what the giant sword looks like in the menu. It's a pretty cool looking weapon actually, and you saw how big it was in his hands. It's quite a large weapon, and basically the special thing about this one is that the strong attack deals double damage. So the strong attack already does like 2 to 4 times the amount of damage as a regular attack. This one does twice that, so it's an incredibly powerful weapon if you like using heavy attacks. So the giant sword has a lot of things going for it, especially if you're going for a large two-handed weapon build. But that is how and where you get the giant sword. And so yet again, we're back at the castle. Let's turn in our branded skin. Almost said braided, that would be creepy.
I'm slowly running out of bandits in the area, but I've still got something for you. Silent Silia. She got that nickname because she likes to silence people by slitting their throats. You should find her in this area.
Alright, so now we're going after Silent Silia, and we're going to find her down here on this beach. This is where, or not here, this is the sunken city, our sunken village. It's over here. So there's a fast travel point right next to the mansion by the beach that is very close to it. Otherwise, there's one over here in the sunken village, or you can just run down and through, and it's pretty easy to get there. But it's this little cluster of tents. We're going to fast travel, though. Alright, and so we're just going to make our way on over towards her. We're going to pluck her full of arrows from a distance. And now we're going to put some distance between us. Gonna do the same again. Let's bring her back into her camp so she can die where she lived. Or he. Because that voice was more of a masculine voice.
I'm not beaten yet.
Heh. You say that. Alright. And so that is how and where you do it. So if you want to get your hands on the Wolf's Fang weapon, this is where you do it on the map. You head to this little spot here on the beach. In this little cluster of tents, you'll find some fast travel points right next to the mansion by the beach, so you can get here pretty easily. Here's the main castle area, so if you haven't done any exploring yet but you want to find it, you head out and you head here. And you will kill Silent Scylla, or Silia here, and it is not the easiest fight in the world, but if you do what I did and stay at a distance with the bow, it's relatively straightforward. I totally thought this was a female, just because I'm pretty sure that the person giving the mission said she, but I guess not, because we've even got a beard and everything. But yeah, that is how you do it. So once you've killed Scylla, you'll be able to grab the Wolf's Fang off of him. And so the Wolf's Fang is a one-handed dagger or sword. I think it's just a dagger. It's classed as very light, but it has well, first of all, the damage for it is 17 to 23, which is not bad. It's better than quite a few weapons starting off, and if you're performing a sneak attack, it adds an extra 50% damage. So if you're trying to run as a light sort of rogue assassin or something like that, then the Wolf's Fang is a really, really good weapon for that. Because starting off, it's deadly, but obviously if you're going to put a bunch of points into it and upgrade it a whole bunch, it's just going to get better and better. So that is the Wolf's Fang and where you get it. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.